5 returning starters on paper makes you very solid. That's certainly something to build around this year.
Yeah, you have some kids that kind of know what the Division II experience was like last year, and we had some success last year with playing Division II in the Great Lakes Valley, and there were some things that we needed to build on. And every year, one of the most fun things for me is every year is new, no matter what. If you have everybody else returning, or all those your veterans returning, or your starters returning, it's still different pieces fit together, different year, different teams. So, it's nice because they can kind of know what to expect, and they're leading really well, and they know we've got to be pretty good to win in this league. And last year we were able to on early, and then we had a little bit of a downfall. And I think again, athletically, it's a big step, and and our players know that, and they know that we have to play well together and execute. And I think they're doing better at that, or taking that a little more serious this year on getting better at the little things. And that's been our focus beginning of this season. I don't think we did little things well last year. We've really been emphasizing. We're going to kind of dummy it down a little bit. I think my fault last year was I put so much in towards the end of the year that I'm not sure we ran anything real well. And so that's kind of our focus this year, is get a few things in and do those things well.
Could you talk a little bit about your seniors and what your expectations are for them?
Yeah, I have Holly Schweitzer, who's been here 4 years and just a great player, was first-team All-State player in high school. Really this year, she's somebody, and she knows this, I've given her a hard time about her work ethic all the time. There's times that Holly's on her time and she doesn't give everything she has, but it's been different this year. And I was talking to Coach Broughton about that, my assistant coach. It's in practice, she goes in and she goes after it, and I think all the players are kind of noticing that and seeing that she's not taking any breaks and going. And Caitlin Wood is just such a competitor. She transferred in last year from Des Moines Area Community College. Maybe didn't have the year that she wanted. A lot of times it takes an adjustment, just like a freshman coming in, but you can see Caitlin feels a lot more comfortable this year on what we do, and she's doing really well, and she's just such a competitor. She'll kind of tell you when you're screwing up, but she's also someone that takes the blame when she makes a mistake, and so both those two obviously are going to get. They played quite a bit. They started for us last year, and then they'll do that again this year and lead by example. And they kind of know what to expect and know me well enough to kind of let the younger kids know what to expect there too.
How about some of the newcomers, the people that'll contribute right away for you?
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's a great group, and people have been asking me on the newcomers who's going to come in and play. And for me, it's really hard to tell, and my returners kind of know that too. I don't ever promise anybody playing time, and it can change. And Zinka Durek, a kid from Waterloo, Iowa, has come in and is just a great athlete. Was a great 3-sport athlete in Iowa, and is doing really well. Justin, she tore ACL last year in February, so missed the last part of her season and just got released here. But she's doing a really nice job for us. We had a nice surprise there in July. We got a transfer from the Netherlands with Rose Hoff, and she's a sophomore eligibility-wise. She's a kid that is learning the American game. She's never been in a weight room, so that's an adjustment for her also. But she does a lot of nice things. 6-foot player that plays. She's more comfortable playing outside right now with our height challenge. We play her inside a little bit, but I really think there's some new kids that are going to come in and get some playing time and help us out. And I think one thing that maybe hurt us a little bit last year was our depth with scoring. Our bench came in, they play hard defensively, but we wouldn't get a lot of scoring from them. And I think some of those things are going to change a little bit. A couple returning kids that have really been doing well is Jess Wheeler has probably come in. She's always in shape, but she's just come in probably the best shape that she's been in, and just right now is a different player. She's always been a good player and a little bit streaky, but she's been really consistent this year. And Tasia Danner is another player that I'm really excited about for. I say the negative too. She's not in the condition yet that I want her to be in, but so much better than last year. Through the whole season, she's just a different player. And I'll tell you, when she gets in shape and she can stay out in the court. She's a force inside. You know, there's going to have to be some defense that's going to drop in. So I'm excited to see those pieces fit together and how they fit together. And you know, we still play our same game where we're going to go after it defensively. That's my favorite part of the game, is just defense. I think that kind of shows your character. You know, I don't. Offense is not my strength. I don't enjoy spending a lot of time on it. I just like to go after it defensively, and I think your defense can become your best offense, and that's kind of how I preach. And players have been buying into it. We talked a little bit about them competing. You know, they always play hard, but sometimes when you're in practice, it's hard to compete because the person you're going against is still your teammate. And it's I talked to them a little bit about that this morning, and that they need to practice with a purpose, you know, and that is to make themselves better and make their opponent, when their opponent is the person that they're playing against on the practice, and just kind of a different mindset. They always play hard, but I'm not sure they compete to where I want them to, and you know, I think just those little things, if we can change those, I think we'll do okay.
5 a.m. practices were something you started last year a little bit. Now it sounds like it's become more of a full-time thing. What's the rationale behind those 5 a.m. practices?
Yeah, actually, right now it's easier because we have volleyball and men's basketball on one wood floor, and it's hard to schedule. You know, some of us will be going at different times, and it's kind of easy for the players and for myself to get on a schedule that we all know, and we stick with it. The other thing is there's classes. A lot of the players are in labs and have evening classes, or we have clinicals with nursing students, and you know, a strong academic school. The students need to take their academics first and put them first. And so 5 a.m. obviously nothing else going on at that time, and so we get everybody there. And actually it's nice. You get it over with. There's no distractions. Nobody else is really in the gym until about 6 o'clock. Then there's quite a few other teams that come in, which is surprising, but. You know, once you get used to it, I think the players like it. It's just these first few weeks, it's hard to get adjusted with it.
When you did it last year, could you tell any difference in performance, or was there any payoff or anything negative about it?
Yeah, you know, sometimes people say you never play at 5 in the morning, so you're not used to then playing in the afternoon. But actually, there's quite a few schools that do that, and because of the same reason, because of class schedules and you know, getting it over with and not having any distractions, and gym time. You know, obviously, if the whole Mabee Center was wood floor, you know, then we would all probably go at the same time and practice. But with one wood floor, that's our game court. You know, it's for us, it's nicer on your joints and things, and the players enjoy the wood floor better. So, yeah, that's the big reason, and it's worked out well. It's just. I don't think there's a lot of negatives, and I don't buy into, you know, you never play at 5 in the morning. I don't. To me, that's just an excuse, and I don't give my players a lot of excuses. But I'll tell you what, they've been really positive about it. They've come in and they've worked really hard, and you know, you can use that excuses for kids staying up late and studying, but they kind of figure out their time frame, get their studies done, and you know, I don't mind it once I'm here, but when my alarm clock goes off at 3:30 in the morning. It's a little bit of a struggle.